Every one of us can mother someone, beginning, of course, with the children in our own families, but extending far beyond. Every one of us can show by word and by deed that the work of women in the Lord's kingdom is magnificent and holy. I repeat, we are all mothers in Israel, and our calling is to love and help lead the rising generation through the dangerous streets of mortality. Few of us will reach our potential without the nurturing of both the mother who bore us and the mothers who bear with us. I was thrilled recently to see one of my youth leaders for the first time in years. As a teenager who had absolutely no self-confidence, I always sidled up to this woman because she would put her arm around me and say, "You are just the best girl." She loved me, so I let her lead me. How many young men and women are desperate for your love and leadership? Do we fully realize that our influence as mothers in Israel is irreplaceable and eternal? When I was growing up, it was not uncommon for my mother to wake me in the middle of the night and say, "Sheri, take your pillow and go downstairs." I knew what that meant. It meant a tornado was coming, and I was instantly afraid. But then Mother would say, "Sheri, everything will be okay." Her words always calmed me. Today, decades later, when life seems overwhelming or frightening, I call Mother and wait for her to say, "Everything will be okay." Recent horrifying events in the United States have underscored the fact that we live in a world of uncertainty. Never has there been a greater need for righteous mothers, mothers who bless their children with a sense of safety, security, and confidence about the future, mothers who teach their children where to find peace and truth, and that the power of Jesus Christ is always stronger than the power of the adversary. Every time we build the faith or reinforce the nobility of a young woman or man, every time we love or lead anyone, even one small step along the path, we are true to our endowment and calling as mothers, and in the process, we build the kingdom of God. No woman who understands the gospel would ever think that any other work is more important, or would ever say, "I am just a mother." For mothers heal the souls of men. Look around. Who needs you and your influence? If we really want to make a difference, it will happen as we mother those we have borne and those we are willing to bear with. If we will stay right with our youth, meaning if we will love them, in most cases, they will stay right with us, meaning they will let us lead them. As mothers in Israel, we are the Lord's secret weapon. Our influence comes from a divine endowment that has been in place from the beginning. In the premortal world, when our Father described our role, I wonder if we didn't stand in wide-eyed wonder that He would bless us with a sacred trust so central to His plan, and that He would endow us with gifts so vital to the loving and leading of His children. I wonder if we shouted for joy, at least in part, because of the ennobling stature He gave us in His kingdom. The world won't tell you that, but the Spirit will.